The video is based upon the contractile proteins that are present in the muscle fibers. Okay, two contractile proteins are there. One is actin, another one is myosin. If you take the actin, actin is a thin protein that is present in the muscle fiber, whereas myosin is a thick colored protein. Let us learn about actin. Actin is a filament, okay, thin filament which is made up of two F or filamentous actins that are helically wounded to each other. Okay, each actin is a specific polymer. You know very well about polymer of monomeric globular actin proteins. In the diagram, how this globular wound of actin molecules looks like, we will see in the what we can call the diagram part. Now, two filaments of another protein. If you take the two filaments of another protein, okay, tropomyosin. What is that? Tropomyosin generally runs parallel to the actin throughout its length. Okay, a complex protein that is troponin is distributed at regular intervals on the surface of tropomyosin. Okay, so actin filamentous molecules are covered by tropomyosin, and tropomyosin at regular intervals contain another protein called troponin. What is that called? Troponin. In this resting state, a subunit of troponin, if you take a subunit of troponin, okay, masks the active binding site of a myosin, okay, on the actin filament, which means actin filament contain myosin binding site. What is that? Myosin binding site. Each myosin, if you carefully see, it is a thick filament, also a polymerized protein, Now finally, here these are the diagrams for actin. This is the thin protein actin made up of globular subunits, and these are helically wound each other on the surface of actin. At the regular intervals of time, troponin is present on the surface of tropomyosin. Now you can see the second protein given here, it is a myosin. What is that? Myosin. Myosin is a thick protein. What is that? Thick protein. You can see myosin structure carefully in this diagram. Okay, it is having a head, okay, a cross arm, okay, and here it is tail. Now finally, many monomeric proteins are present in the myosin. These are called myromyosins. What are they called? Myromyosins. These number of myromyosins constitute one thick filament, or they constitute one thick filament. Each myromyosin has two important parts. As I shown you in the diagram, there are two important parts are present in it. A globular head is present. What is present? A globular head. Along with this, a short arm, as I shown you in the diagram. A tail is also present. Okay. Here, the heavy myromycin and later the light myromycins are located on the myosin. Okay. Apart from this, heavy myromycin component, the shortcut HMM, heavy myromycin component. The head and short arm project outwards. If you take the short arm, it is projecting outwards at regular distance and angle from each other. Okay. So finally, the globular head is having an active site for ATPase. What is that? ATPase enzyme. What is the use of ATPase enzyme? It helps for hydrolysis of ATP. And binding sites for ATP are also present. Okay, and active sites for ATP and active sites for actin are also present in the myosin. Okay, this is for the structure of what we can call contractile proteins. So finally, what are the two contractile proteins? Actin and myosin. What are they? Actin and myosin together formed as a contractile proteins. Remaining part we will see in the next class. Thank you.